Bang! Get out! You're an old design. We've got a better one now. Oh, hey. I didn't see you there. I was just doing some game dev. So, while we're here, why don't we talk about it? So, the game we're developing it currently has a working title. It's currently being worked on by me and Misty, who will be doing the artwork whilst I do the programming and mechanics. Currently, it's got a working title, which is known as Steamy Angels. Not the best name. Anyway, the entire premise of the game is it's a roguelike dungeon crawler where you are an angel delving down into hell and collecting tons of loot. So basically, the game consists of preparing your equipment in heaven, up in a hub world. Once you've done that, you delve down into the underworld, fight some underworld creatures, and get more loot. It'll be procedurally generated, so there'll be procedurally generated environments and various different areas within the game. So you can't go looting without any creatures, so I'll pass you over to Misty to go into the creature design of things I have in this world.
Tell us about the concept art.
Is that it? Is that all the intro I get? Okay. Nice. That's a thumbs up, by the way. Right, so yeah, I am gonna be doing the art side of stuff for this project that Jack will probably edit in an intro for, I hope. So the art style we're going with is a basic cartoony style that might be refined to be more like detailed as we go on. I don't know, that's up to the future us. But the base idea is to do most like flat toon stuff and then see where that takes us because it's easiest to set up. And it also gives quite cute faces. We wanted a cute main character and other cute stuff. So yeah, we've been doing a rough concept for like some enemy ideas that we kind of just threw out there. As you can see, hopefully. Well, the enemies are going to be like the hell stuff, so demons and all that shit. Can I swear? These things from hell are like mostly cybernetic themed, so that means they have a biology side, which is like a demon, like a biological demon thing, or an animal or whatever, the creatures that you get down there. And they will mostly be mixed with synthetic things like augmented arms and all that stuff, lasers, everything cybernetic-y. And those will be represented by two different color schemes. So the organic stuff will be mostly pink and magenta, as Jack likes to say. And then you've got the synthetic stuff, which is blue and cyan. And then from that, we will do, or we have been doing, and we will do some more detailed concepts for each one. So the centipede, I did a more in-depth concept for. As you can see, it's changed quite a bit. And it's mainly, you can see the sort of pink sides are what the centipede actually is in terms of biology, and then all the blue stuff is the additional synthetic side that's been added to it. And then on top of that, you've also got the scrap, because it lives in the scrap lands or scrap yard or whatever we're calling that. I don't know what we're calling that yet. The scrap stuff has been added like by itself because it has sort of a blowtorch thing, but also with the help of some rats that live in the area as well. So they have like a sort of symbiotic relationship with rats where the rats help make the armor, and in return they don't get eaten alive by the centipede. So moving on from the concept art, these things need to be made into 3D, which is where I come in again. So I have been making some sort of basic 3D models for these, some of the enemies, a couple of them, just for like prototyping. So they're not developed or anything, it's really just to get the shapes down. So you've got, for example, the little bunny boy with his little horns. And you've got, what else have you got? You've got the elemental, and and then you've got the infamous shrimp, as you can see here, this little boy. Look at him. This was originally a scorpion, and it kind of looks like a shrimp, so we might turn it into a shrimp. We'll see where that where that goes. We'll see what we do with that. And I think that's it. Was there anything else I was supposed to say?
Oh yeah, we forgot the claws on the shrimp as well. It was, as we mentioned, it was intended to be a scorpion, but
Oh, yeah.
we both forgot that scorpions have claws.
Yeah, they have huge pincers at the front. And it's just like, how did I forget that?
So as well as the traditional steampunk angels and the cybernetic demons, we do have a couple of other factions that we won't go into detail yet, but we might mention them later in other devlogs. We've been doing a bit of world building for each of these factions, so each of them will have their own technologies and hopefully their own visual design to make them very distinct. So far in terms of gameplay design, we're going to give you 2 ability slots, 1 weapon slot which has an ability attached to it, and 3 equipment slots which will be passive. So the equipment slots will modify existing abilities or possibly proc on hit, or if you've been hit, for example. We want to go for a sort of glued together, sort of duct tape together experimental feel. So all the loot you get, you'll mainly get weapons, abilities, and you'll be able to mix and match just to see what the best build would be. We will hopefully implement some kind of mechanic that actually encourages you to experiment and rewards you for trying new things, basically. So we don't actually have any visual elements yet to show you in terms of that, but we do have the base framework. So over in Unity, we've got this little thing here, where basically you can make an ability, it'll give you the name, get the icon in the tooltip, and down here we've got all the effects and stuff and different stats. Once we've made that, we can slap it in a weapon, as you can see here, and also we will be setting up equipment, which isn't done yet, so unfortunately you don't get to see much of that. So to have weapons, we also need weapon models and designs. So I'll pass you back over to Misty for the weapon design.
Wings. Just wings. So basically the weapons are going to be split into weapons designed by angels in heaven and weapons designed by demons in hell. So obviously the demon weapons will have a cybernetic theme and like technology and all that. And then the angel weapons will be more either like sort of regal, angelic, and steampunky for some of the more advanced ones like guns and things like that. What we did with Jack is we listed a whole bunch of weapon ideas, just like the names, and a few concepts to go with them, like how they would attack, whatever. And I'm just going through them and doing concept art for them. So as you can see, I usually do a few different concepts for one weapon. We pick the one we like the most, and sometimes we have to like edit it to kind of match what we wanted. For example, for the chakram. So these concept designs for the weapons, I then model them in 3D and Blender using the references and adding the correct materials and colors to go with them, because these weapons have some themes that go through most of them. So they have colors that kind of match. So most of them have gold and silver, as well as a blue gem or a blue something. And then some of them have, well, most of them have wing shapes in their design somewhere, because, you know, wings. And then some of them have like these sort of ring halo things that kind of loop around impractically, but it's magic, so who cares?
So as well as Misty doing the more traditional weapon design, I'll also be doing some of the more modernized stuff. So we do have the steampunk pistol axe here, which is kind of cool, I like it. And also we'll be doing some cybernetic stuff, as mentioned with the demons. Haven't got any of those to show you yet.
So, main character. As soon as we came up with the theme of heaven and hell, I wanted to design the main character immediately, because, well, that's the main focus of the game, that's who you're going to be playing, it's what you're going to be seeing the most of, and also it's fun to design and come up with what would look good. So I wanted a character with like cloudy hair, because in my mind, in this world, the people from heaven all have cloudy hair in different shapes or whatever, different colors, everything you like, but they all look like clouds and they're fluffy and they float. And I wanted to represent that in our main character. She is an angel, so she has wings, and the general silhouette I wanted for her was to have like a sort of triangle shape with the cape thing. There's like a lot of triangle things going on, as well as roundiness, like soft corners, basically. From that, I modeled her in 3D, refined the shapes a bit more because it was kind of still sketchy here, as you can see. So this is the 3D version. You can see she has a halo as well, which you didn't really see in the concept. You see it on one of the pictures, but yeah. And you can see her wings and things, and it all looks quite good in 3D. It's more refined than the enemies, for example. The idea is to use this model. I can always come back and refine it more if I need to. Use this model as the main player in the game in Unity. As I make VTuber models, I use things like spring bones to move the hair like this, or the little wings, they flap a bit on my model, as you can see. So I use spring bones in Unity for this. So I thought, hey, why not use this for our game and put it in the hair and the wings and all the flappy things on this character. She has so much of them. It could be cool to have them move dynamically without having to animate everything. So I added them, and then Jack broke everything. Jack added his movement to the character, and now it just flickers all over the place like this, as you can see. It's crazy. We were thinking of like either fixing the movement to be able to use that, or just dropping that and animating stuff. We'll see what's easiest and what fits our requirements the best.
So that's it for this devlog. So it's mainly been design stuff and mainly prototyping and setting up the main framework. But in future episodes, you'll be able to see how the grey box is going and bits of the prototype. If you're interested in that, feel free to pop. Oh, cheeky. Yeah, he's already ahead of me. If you're looking forward to seeing how we do with this project, feel free to follow that little guy, and we'll see you next time.